Chapter 1. Whispering Forest. The moon hung low in the midnight sky, casting an eerie glow on the ancient trees of the Whispering Woods. Seraphina, her silhouette masked by the shadows, ventured forth with the enchanted map clutched in her hand and the ethereal glow of her blade lighting her way. The woods lived up to their name, as every step Seraphina took was accompanied by mysterious whispers that seemed to emanate from the very bark of the gnarled trees. She felt the eyes of unseen watchers upon her, and the air tingled with an otherworldly energy. As she delved deeper, the whispers grew louder, forming a haunting symphony that reverberated through the ancient forest. Unseen creatures stirred in the underbrush, and the glow of mystical fireflies illuminated a path that seemed to materialize. Suddenly, the forest came alive with movement. Ethereal beings, the guardians of the Whispering Woods, materialized before Seraphina. Tall and graceful, their forms shifted between solid and translucent. They spoke in a melodic language, warning her of the dangers that lay ahead and the sacred nature of the woods she trespassed. Undeterred, Seraphina presented the map, a key to her quest, and the guardians watched with a mix of curiosity and skepticism. To prove her worth, she faced a series of trials, tests of agility, wisdom, and combat against spectral illusions. With each triumph, the Guardian's reluctance waned, and a bond began to form between Seraphina and the ancient protectors. As the final trial concluded, the Guardians nodded in approval, allowing her passage. With a gesture, they opened the way to the heart of the Whispering Woods, where the entrance to the Tomb of Shadows awaited. However, a warning lingered in the air. The woods had tested her, but the tomb itself held challenges far more perilous. With a determined heart, Seraphina stepped through the enchanted gateway, leaving behind the rustling leaves and ethereal whispers of the Whispering Woods, ready to face the mysteries concealed within the looming shadows of the Tomb of Shadows. Chapter 2. The Enchanted Threshold. The entrance to the Tomb of Shadows loomed before Seraphina, an imposing gateway adorned with mysterious symbols that seemed to shift and writhe. As she approached, the air thickened with arcane energy, and the guardians of the Whispering Woods remained silent shadows, observing her every move. Just with the map guiding her, Seraphina deciphered the ancient runes on the door, each touch sending a ripple of magic through her fingertips. The guardians, still wary, watched as the gateway slowly creaked open, revealing a dimly lit corridor that seemed to stretch into eternity. As she stepped across the threshold, the air changed. A palpable tension surrounded her, and the whispers of the guardians lingered, cautioning her about the delicate balance between light and darkness. It was here that the Keepers of Twilight made their presence known, a group of enigmatic figures with eyes that gleamed like stars. As chinaclapers, draped in cloaks of shifting twilight hues, approached Seraphina. They revealed themselves as ancient guardians sworn to maintain equilibrium, and their allegiance was tied to the very essence of the tomb. They warned her that within its depths lay a power that could either save or doom the world. As Seraphina journeyed further, the Keepers became her guides, revealing hidden passages and shielding her from traps. Yet their motives remained veiled, and their cryptic words left her questioning their true intentions. The corridor widened into a vast chamber, adorned with celestial symbols, where the Keepers conducted a ritual to amplify Seraphina's connection to the mystical forces within the tomb. As the ritual unfolded, the very walls seemed to resonate with a cosmic energy, and the map in Seraphina's hands glowed brighter, marking the way forward. But as the ceremony reached its zenith, a disturbance echoed through the chamber. A traitor among the Keepers, their intentions dark and unknown. A battle erupted, casting shadows and light in a chaotic dance, and Seraphina found herself caught in the crossfire. And with a flash of her enchanted blade, Seraphina joined the fray, facing not only the traitor, but also questioning the very purpose of the Keepers. In the midst of the conflict, she made a choice that would shape the path ahead, either earning the trust of the remaining Keepers or pushing them further into the shadows of uncertainty. As the last echoes of the conflict faded, the Keepers' allegiance rested on a delicate balance. Seraphina, marked by the events at the Enchanted Threshold, stood at the precipice of a journey where the boundaries between ally and adversary were as uncertain as the shifting shadows that enveloped the Tomb of Shadows. Chapter 3. Echoes of Malice. Beyond the Enchanted Threshold, Seraphina found herself in a labyrinthine maze of dimly lit corridors adorned with foreboding symbols. The air within the Tomb of Shadows was heavy with the weight of ancient malevolence, and every step seemed to disturb the slumbering darkness within. As Seraphina advanced, the walls began to whisper tales of the sorcerer who had once sought dominion over life and death. The inscriptions etched into the cold stone recounted forbidden rituals, dark pacts, and the insatiable hunger that drove the sorcerer to construct this tomb as a vessel for his malevolent ambitions. The first trials presented themselves in the form of intricate puzzles, each more enigmatic than the last. Seraphina's mind was tested as she deciphered the cryptic symbols, triggering mechanisms that echoed through the tomb. The Guardian's whispers guided her, offering fragmented clues about the nature of the power imprisoned within. Spectral guardians, bound by ancient curses, materialized to obstruct her path. With her enchanted blade, Seraphina fought against these phantoms, each battle resonating with the echoes of long-forgotten conflicts. As the defeated spirits faded into the shadows, the tomb seemed to absorb their essence, resonating with a growing malevolence. The deeper Seraphina ventured, the more the inscriptions on the walls revealed the sorcerer's descent into madness, his insatiable desire for immortality, and the forbidden knowledge he sought to grasp bled into the very stones of the tomb. The air crackled with dark energy, and shadows danced in macabre patterns on the walls. Within a vast chamber, Seraphina discovered an ancient library, its shelves lined with dusty tomes containing forbidden spells and forbidden knowledge. As she reached for a particular tome, the room came alive with ethereal flames, illuminating the pages that revealed the key to unlocking the sorcerer's malevolent power. The Keepers of Twilight, still shrouded in uncertainty, observed Seraphina's progress. They offered guidance when needed, yet their motives remained elusive. The choices she made in the tomb echoed through the stone corridors, influencing the very fabric of the challenges that lay ahead as she neared the heart of the tomb. The whispers of malevolence grew louder, and the sorcerer's presence loomed like a dark specter. Seraphina stood on the precipice of a revelation, her destiny entwined with the echoes of an ancient evil that awaited its chance to be set free. The true test of her mettle was yet to come, as the shadows within the tomb shadows prepared to unveil their deepest and darkest secrets. Chapter 4. Guardians of Twilight. Chapter 4. Guardians of Twilight. In the dimly lit corridors of the Tomb of Shadows, Seraphina continued her journey, the echoes of malevolence reverberating through the ancient stones. As she navigated the maze of shadows, she felt an unsettling presence, a spectral energy that seemed to be both her guide and her watcher. Suddenly, the shadows coalesced into the forms of the Keepers of Twilight, their cloaks billowing like ethereal mist. With eyes that gleamed like distant stars, they acknowledged Seraphina's progress, their motives still veiled in mystery. As she pressed onward, the Keepers revealed themselves to be guardians, bestowed with mystical abilities and tasked with maintaining the balance between light and darkness. Guided by the Keepers, Seraphina faced challenges that tested not only her physical prowess, but also her mastery over the mystical forces embedded within the tomb. Together, they navigated through illusionary corridors, bypassed concealed traps, and deciphered hidden messages that only those attuned to the balance could perceive. The Keepers unveiled ancient artifacts and bestowed upon Seraphina the essence of Twilight, a power that allowed her to harness both light and darkness in harmony. As her connection with the mystical energies deepened, so did her understanding of the sorcerer's malevolent intentions and the consequences of unleashing such power upon the world. Yet, even in their alliance, a tension lingered. The Keepers' allegiance was unwavering, but their true motives remained elusive. Seraphina questioned the delicate balance they maintained and the price that might be demanded for wielding the power of Twilight. In a pivotal moment, the tomb presented a choice to Seraphina, a test that would define her alliance with the Keepers. A mystical gateway opened, revealing a hidden chamber where an ancient artifact, the Key of Dusk, rested. This artifact held the potential to unlock the true capabilities of her enchanted blade and tip the scales in the battle against the impending darkness. However, as she reached for the Key of Dusk, a spectral guardian, corrupted by the malevolence within the tomb, materialized. The Keepers observed in silence as Seraphina faced a moral dilemma, whether to embrace the newfound power or resist the allure and preserve the delicate balance they sought to maintain. The chamber trembled with the echoes of the decision made, and the Keepers' cloaks swirled in a dance of shadows. The corrupted guardian dissipated, and the Key of Dusk resonated with Seraphina's essence, unlocking latent abilities within her enchanted blade. With newfound powers, Seraphina and the Keepers pressed on, their alliance forged in the crucible of the tomb's trials. Yet, the shadows deepened, and the true purpose of the Keepers of Twilight remained a lingering enigma. As they approached the heart of the tomb, the balance they upheld faced its most precarious challenge, and the fate of the world hung in the delicate twilight between light and darkness. Chapter 5. Labyrinth of Shadows. As Seraphina and the Keepers of Twilight ventured deeper into the Tomb of Shadows, the once linear corridors twisted and warped, transforming into a labyrinth of shifting shadows and illusions. The air itself seemed to play tricks on them, distorting perception and making every step a potential descent into the unknown. The labyrinth challenged not only Seraphina's physical prowess, but also her mental fortitude. Illusions manifested, creating echoes of her deepest fears and desires. Familiar faces appeared, whispering promises of power or taunting her with pain. Each turn in the labyrinth brought her face to face with choices that blurred the line between right and wrong. The Keepers, draped in their twilight cloaks, guided Seraphina through the disorienting maze. Their cryptic advice served as a beacon in the darkness, but their motives remained elusive. As the illusions intensified, the labyrinth seemed to feed off the doubts and conflicts within Seraphina's heart. In one harrowing trial, the labyrinth presented a mirror reflecting Seraphina's image, but with subtle alterations, a version of herself seduced by the malevolent power lurking in the shadows. This doppelganger whispered persuasive words, urging her to embrace the darkness and fulfill the sorcerer's legacy. With an inner battle raging, Seraphina faced trials of morality, confronting illusions that sought to exploit her vulnerabilities. The labyrinth tested her resolve, forcing her to choose between the path of righteousness and the allure of forbidden power. The choices she made echoed through the corridors, shaping the labyrinth's challenges and influencing the very fabric of the tomb. As the illusions deepened, Seraphina's understanding of herself and her quest was put to the ultimate test. The Keepers, observing her journey through the labyrinth, remained stoic but attentive, their twilight eyes revealing glimpses of ancient wisdom and a shared burden of secrets. In a climactic confrontation with the labyrinth's illusions, Seraphina confronted a manifestation of the sorcerer's spirit, a specter that goaded her with visions of an apocalyptic future where the shadows reigned. The Keeper's influence wavered, and their allegiance was tested as the labyrinth sought to exploit the fractures within the alliance. Freaks with resilience born of inner strength, Seraphina emerged from the labyrinth, her choices shaping the reality within the tomb. The illusions dissipated, and the corridor ahead led to the tomb's inner sanctum, the heart of darkness where the sorcerer's malevolent power awaited. The Keepers, their twilight cloaks billowing in the aftermath, watched with a mix of apprehension and determination, for the true test of Seraphina's mettle was yet to come in the looming shadows of the Tomb of Shadows. Chapter 6. Exposing Betrayal. Having navigated the treacherous illusions of the Labyrinth of Shadows, Seraphina and the Keepers of Twilight approached a chamber adorned with ancient symbols. The air hummed with a foreboding energy as they stood on the threshold of the inner sanctum, the heart of the Tomb of Shadows, as the chamber's doors swung open, revealing an eerie glow emanating from the depths within. A revelation unfolded. Among the Keepers, a traitor emerged, their cloak of twilight now tainted by the shadows they had secretly embraced. The air crackled with a malevolent aura, and the Keeper's eyes reflected a mix of betrayal and sorrow. The traitor, revealed to be one who had long coveted the sorcerer's power, unleashed a barrage of dark magic, catching both Seraphina and the remaining loyal Keepers off guard. A battle erupted within the sanctum, shadows clashing with twilight in a chaotic dance of ethereal energy. Seraphina, armed with her enchanted blade, and the newfound powers granted by the Key of Dusk, faced the traitor in a duel that mirrored the conflicts within the tomb itself. The Keepers, torn between loyalty and the consequences of the betrayal, joined the fray, their twilight powers pitted against the malevolent shadows. The sanctum became a battleground of swirling energies, with Seraphina wielding the essence of twilight against the traitor's corruptive darkness. Illusions resurfaced, mirroring the inner turmoil and questioning the very nature of the Keeper's mission. As the conflict reached its zenith, a pivotal moment unfolded. The traitor, once an ally sworn to protect the balance, revealed the true motives, longing for dominion over the shadows, and a thirst for the sorcerer's malevolent power. The Keepers, recognizing the severity of the betrayal, made a choice that would shape the fate of the tomb and the world beyond. In a burst of combined efforts, Seraphina and the loyal Keepers managed to seal the traitor within a crystalline prison, an ancient artifact forged with the essence of Twilight. The air settled, and the sanctum echoed with the remnants of the conflict that had unfolded within its hallowed walls. With the traitor contained, the remaining keepers turned to Seraphina. Their cloaks, once mysterious and enigmatic, now bore a weight of sadness and revelation. They confessed the origins of their order, a pact forged eons ago to safeguard the balance between light and darkness. The betrayal had disrupted the delicate equilibrium, and the keepers were left to rebuild what had been shattered. United by the shared trial, Seraphina and the loyal keepers vowed to press on. The journey through the Tomb of Shadows had tested alliances and resolve, but the true purpose of the quest loomed ahead. The confrontation with the sorcerer's malevolent power at the heart of darkness. As they moved forward, the air resonated with echoes of the betrayal, leaving a lingering uncertainty about the shadows that still clung to the tomb's secrets. Chapter 10, Heart of Darkness, with the traitor sealed within the crystalline prison, and the loyal keepers standing beside Seraphina. The group moved deeper into the Tomb of Shadows. The corridors narrowed, and the air grew heavy with the palpable malevolence emanating from the heart of dark. As they approached the inner sanctum, a chamber veiled in shadows, a sinister presence enveloped them. Whispers of the sorcerer's malevolent desires echoed through the stone walls, and the air crackled with an ancient energy that seemed to defy the laws of nature. The loyal keepers, their twilight cloaks billowing, channeled their collective powers to ward off the encroaching darkness. Seraphina, armed with the enchanted blade and the key of dusk, felt a surge of determination coursing through her veins. The choices made in the labyrinth and the revelation of betrayal had forged a resolve that would be tested in the heart of darkness. The inner sanctum revealed an arcane altar, upon which rested an ancient tome, the Codex of Shadows. Its pages, inscribed with forbidden spells and incantations, seemed to pulse with a malevolent energy. The keepers, their expressions grave, explained that the sorcerer's spirit was bound to this very chamber, and the Codex held the key to either sealing or unleashing the ancient evil. The chamber became a battleground of conflicting forces. Shadows danced menacingly, and the loyal keepers invoked the essence of Twilight to create a protective barrier. Seraphina, guided by the whispers of the guardians and the trials faced thus far, approached the altar to decipher the Codex of Shadows. As she delved into the forbidden knowledge, illusions manifested, visions of the sorcerer's rise to power, the cataclysmic consequences of his actions, and the echoes of a world consumed by darkness. The malevolent force within the tomb sought to seduce Seraphina with promises of unimaginable power, testing her resolve to resist the allure. In a moment of revelation, the Codex unveiled a ritual, an ancient incantation that, if spoken, would either bind the sorcerer's spirit or unleash it upon the world. The loyal keepers, standing guard, urged Seraphina to choose wisely, for the fate of the world rested on her decision. As she began the incantation, the shadows recoiled, and the very foundation of the tomb trembled. The malevolent force resisted, seeking to corrupt the ritual and break free from its age-old prison. The loyal keepers lent their powers to amplify the incantation, their twilight energy intertwining with Seraphina's determination. In a climactic moment, the sorcerer's spirit manifested, a swirling vortex of shadows and echoes of ancient malevolence. Seraphina, fueled by the choices made and the trials faced, stood resolute. The keeper's twilight energy clashed with the shadows, creating a dazzling spectacle that illuminated the inner sanctum. As the incantation reached its zenith, the sorcerer's spirit wailed, and the shadows receded. The loyal keepers, their twilight cloaks fluttering, watched as the malevolent force was once again bound within the tomb's depths. The inner sanctum fell silent, and the air cleared. The Codex of Shadows, now devoid of its malevolent aura, closed. The loyal keepers, their duty fulfilled, turned to Seraphina with a mix of gratitude and sorrow. The heart of darkness had been conquered, and the tomb's secrets were sealed once more. But the malevolence vanquished. The group made their way back through the corridors of the Tomb of Shadows. The shadows that had haunted the tomb's secrets now lay dormant, and the loyal keepers, with newfound purpose, pledged to safeguard the balance between light and dark. As they emerged into the whispering woods, the air seemed lighter, and the ancient guardians, once watchful and wary, nodded in approval. Seraphina, carrying the weight of her journey, looked back at the tomb's entrance, now closed and concealed once more. The tale of the Tomb of Shadows would be passed down through generations, a testament to the bravery of an adventurer who faced the heart of darkness and emerged victorious. The Keepers, veiled in twilight, faded into the shadows of history, their enigmatic purpose fulfilled. Seraphina, her destiny intertwined with the echoes of an ancient evil, ventured into the horizon, leaving behind a world touched by the shadows, but forever grateful for the adventurer who faced the malevolence within the Tomb of Shadows. Chapter 8, Balance Restored. With the Tomb of Shadows sealed once more, Seraphina and the loyal Keepers emerged from the Whispering Woods, their purpose fulfilled and the echoes of the malevolent sorcerer's spirit silenced. The world, free from the looming threat, breathed a collective sigh of relief as Seraphina ventured into the realm beyond. She discovered that the balance between light and darkness had shifted. The Whispering Woods, once veiled in shadows, now flourished with newfound vitality. The ancient guardians, awakened by the restoration of equilibrium, watched with approval as Seraphina, the Keeper of Twilight, walked among them. Word of her triumph spread far and wide, and the tale of the Tomb of Shadows became a beacon of hope, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the delicate balance that held the world together. Seraphina's name echoed through villages and cities, becoming synonymous with courage and the triumph over malevolence. The loyal Keepers, their twilight cloaks now imbued with a radiant glow, disbanded and spread across the world. Each carried with them the knowledge of the ancient order and the lessons learned within the Tomb of Shadows. The balance they sought to protect was not a static force, but an ever-evolving dance between light and darkness. However, whispers of a new threat reached Seraphina's ears. A cult, drawn by the residual malevolent energy of the sealed tomb, sought to unlock the secrets within and unleash the shadows once more. Sensing the impending danger, Seraphina reunited with the loyal Keepers, their twilight energies resonating in unison. For together, they embarked on a new quest to thwart the resurgence of darkness and protect the delicate balance they had fought so hard to restore. The journey led them to ancient ruins, forgotten realms, and the hidden corners of the world where the malevolent shadows sought a foothold. Seraphina faced new trials. Her enchanted blade and the essence of Twilight proved to be formidable allies. The Keepers, guided by ancient wisdom, assisted her in deciphering cryptic clues and uncovering the cult's insidious plans. Shadows danced on the periphery, testing their resolve, but Seraphina's triumph within the Tomb of Shadows had left an indelible mark on the world, a beacon that repelled the encroaching darkness. As in a climactic confrontation with the cult's leaders, Seraphina and the loyal Keepers unveiled the true extent of their powers. The battle raged in a crescendo of ethereal energy, shadows clashing against the radiant glow of Twilight. The fate of the world hung in the balance, and the echoes of the Tomb of Shadows reverberated through the ensuing struggle. As the cult's malevolent intentions crumbled, the shadows receded, and the world once again found itself bathed in the gentle light of Twilight. Seraphina, her journey a perpetual dance between light and darkness, stood at the forefront of a new era, one where the delicate balance was not only restored but safeguarded by the resilient spirit of those who dared to face the shadows, with the loyal Keepers by her side. Seraphina embraced her role as a guardian of Twilight, her adventures becoming legends that would echo through time. The tale of the Tomb of Shadows had evolved into a saga of continuous vigilance, a reminder that the balance between light and darkness required eternal guardianship. As the sun set on the horizon, Seraphina looked toward the future, where new challenges awaited. The shadows may linger, but with the essence of Twilight pulsing within her, she stood ready to face whatever malevolent forces sought to disrupt the delicate equilibrium. Forever vigilant, forever guarding the balance. Epilogues, shadows cast aside. Mystic years passed since Seraphina's triumphant battles within the Tomb of Shadows and against the resurgence of malevolence. The world flourished under the watchful gaze of the Guardians, and the Whispering Woods whispered tales of courage. Seraphina, now a revered figure, had become a symbol of hope, a living legend whose name resonated across generations. The essence of Twilight, inherited from the loyal Keepers, lingered within her, a constant reminder of the delicate balance between light and darkness. The epilogue opens with Seraphina standing on the precipice of the Whispering Woods, the ancient guardians watching over her with silent approval. The tomb, now a distant memory, lay concealed beneath the roots of the ancient trees, its secrets locked away. A new threat loomed on the horizon, a cosmic anomaly that disrupted the very fabric of reality. Unbeknownst to the world, a tear between dimensions threatened to unleash chaos upon the realm. Seraphina, ever vigilant, sensed the disturbance and embarked on a quest to mend the fabric of existence. As she journeyed through uncharted territories, she encountered enigmatic beings who transcended the boundaries of time and space. They spoke of a cosmic tapestry woven with threads of destiny, and the tear that threatened to unravel the very fabric of reality. Guided by the whispers of the guardians and the lessons learned within the Tomb of Shadows, Seraphina faced challenges that transcended the mortal realm. Illusions of alternate realities, echoes of forgotten timelines, and cosmic entities tested her understanding of the interconnectedness between light and darkness. In a climactic moment, she stood before the tear, a swirling vortex of chaotic energies. Shadows danced on the periphery, seeking to exploit the cosmic disturbance. Seraphina, armed with her enchanted blade and the essence of Twilight, confronted the cosmic anomaly, determined to mend the fabric of reality. As she spoke words of ancient incantations, the tear trembled, and the cosmic energies resonated with the essence of Twilight. The guardians of the Whispering Woods, their ethereal forms merging with the cosmic tapestry, lent their energies to the endeavor. Resting in a dazzling display of cosmic harmony, the tear gradually closed, its malevolent energies cast aside. Reality stabilized, and the interconnected threads of destiny were rewoven. The world, once on the brink of cosmic unraveling, now stood resilient, bathed in the gentle glow of Twilight. To the enigmatic beings who had guided Seraphina through the cosmic journey, revealed themselves as cosmic weavers, keepers of the tapestry that bound all existence. With gratitude and a silent nod, they faded into the cosmic currents, leaving Seraphina to reflect on the interconnected nature of her adventures. As she returned to the Whispering Woods, the ancient guardians whispered tales of her cosmic triumph, and the world celebrated the heroine, who had not only conquered the Tomb of Shadows, but also mended the fabric of reality itself. The epilogue concludes with Seraphina, the guardian of Twilight, gazing at the horizon as the sun dipped below the ancient trees. Shadows cast aside, the world embraced a newfound era of balance and resilience, forever guarded by the living legend who stood at the intersection of mortal and cosmic realms, a beacon of hope in the eternal dance between light and darkness.